Hey everybody, it's Dalton. I'm out here, just got here a few minutes ago, out here in an area called Las Tablas, and throwing a new little spinnerbait, little Strike King. Let's see how it works today. Bass again. Got him hooked pretty good here, and they're out here fishing on, or they're out here feeding up pretty heavy on shad. In fact, he's got a big old shad right there in his mouth. Nice fat belly, good little chunky spotted bass. Got him on a rocket shad. There he is, right there. Yeah, that looks like this rocket shad is good for crappie as well. I know the white bass out here will hit it, the bass will hit it, and that's a nice chunky crappie right there. I'm gonna go over this bait with you here in a little bit. I mean, it's a really cool little spinner bait, and it has a purpose to it. It's something you can really work on the bottom super well, and I'll go over all the features of this if you don't know about it. I didn't know about it. I bought it a few weeks ago. You know how you buy baits, and I bought like 4 of these things in different weights, and forgot I had them. I was going through my tackle getting ready to come out here, and lo and behold, I tied it on and getting quite a few bites on it. These old crappie. A little crappie, they like the rocket shad. This is a very unique spinnerbait. I'm going to go over its features in a minute, but what I'm doing with it is oh, you got me. I'm bouncing it right off the rocks, and if they're there, they can't help it. It's just straight a reaction bite. So on this bait, this little rocket shad, my retrieval is pretty simple with this. You can work it at any part of the water column. You can work it right under the surface, in the middle, but I'm just working it right off the bottom. So what I do is I cast it out and I wait till it hits the bottom. I keep my rod tip down and I just slowly reel, because what I'm trying to do is bump whatever I can on the bottom. A rock, piece of wood, maybe some of the mud. It's kind of kicking some of the mud up, and I can feel the bottom contact, and I'm watching the end of my rod tip, because if that thing bends too much, I'm going to pull back, and that's how I've been hooking them. So it's a real simple retrieval. You can retrieve it in any part of the water column, but I tell you guys, I've been bouncing this just like a crankbait, and it's been working really good. I want to talk to you about a pretty unique little spinnerbait. It's called a rocket shad. It's made by Strike King. I bought basically 2 sizes. I got a 1/4 ounce, and this is a 3/8, so I can throw it on a little bit heavier line, and a bait caster with 15-pound test. Here's the really cool thing about this bait, and let me give myself some slack here so I can really highlight the key feature of this bait. So out here at this lake, I'm fishing a lot of rock. So I like to hit rocks with either a crankbait, a chatterbait, a spinnerbait. But this one here is really cool because, let me show you the hook. You don't put a trailer on this particular spinnerbait, because basically it's a treble hook with one of the hooks cut off, okay? So you can see it's just got 2 hooks there. Now, the way the hooks are, when you hold this bait up like this, the hooks are upward. So what happens is that when you go over rock or wood or timber or an underwater tree, anything like that, it's not going to get hung up. Every once in a while, you'll pinch the head between rocks. You just kind of move your boat up, pop it out real easy. But this thing right here, the hooks, so far today, I have not had a hook get hung up in any of the rocks or any of the little pieces of wood that I was throwing it. So it's just a really cool thing. Another great feature of this bait, when it falls, it doesn't nosedive. It falls straight down like this. And by doing that, this blade is spinning as this bait is falling. It's spinning the whole time, so the bass can track it. They can track it all the way to the bottom. In fact, some of my bites came as soon as the bait hit the bottom. The crappie liked it, the bass liked it, and you know what? It's just a cool little bait. I thought I'd share this with you. First time I've ever used it. My review, I'm gonna keep using it. Well, I hope this video helps. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll talk to you next time.